What's up, guys? It's Trevor with Embers Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You guessed it, another top 5 video. It just gets dorkier and dorkier every time I do that. So this is the top 5 premium gas grills. So we're stepping it up a notch. The video we posted last week was quality grills, a little more affordable. If you want to check out the more affordability ones, click the link below. This is the top 5 premium. We're getting into some pretty serious grilling now. You guys ready? I'm ready. You ready? Let's go. So like I said, this is our premium category. So we have 3 categories, top 5 in 3 different categories, make it easy for you. We have quality grills, premium grills, and luxury grills. So this is the middle lineup, the premium grills. This is our best selling category. So the grills that you see here by far and away are the grills we sell the most of in this price point, hands down. Now, what are we talking pricing? Well, pricing changes all the time. So I don't mention specific pricing in our videos because it changes so frequently. But we're really in the $2,000 to $4,000 range. Because once we're above $4,000, then we're really in a luxury category. So $2,000 to $4,000 range, that's usually the sweet spot for our clientele. Usually higher end products. This is really when we start to see products where we're really designing them more into outdoor kitchen spaces and they're not necessarily just for cart models. Should we start with number 5? You ready for number 5?
Let's do it.
You guys have to subscribe. I think I told you that, but go ahead and do that anyways if you haven't already. So let's start with number 5, good old faithful Weber series. This is the Weber Summit series. If you want a full-length review on this, I'll include a link below. Like I said, this is a long video, so we don't have time to do a 20-minute video per grill. So this is the Weber Summit series. A lot to like about it. Nice tall hood. This back part here really helps with wind being an issue. We get a rotisserie kit standard. We have a warming rack. We have solid stainless steel cooking grates. These are really heavy duty. Get a look at these bad boys. Oh yeah, that's nice. So definitely some upgrades compared to the Genesis series. And then we have our diverters that protect our burners and help with flare-ups. Also, this is kind of cool. You get an integrated smoker box with this unit. Thing with the smoker box is good, bad. Like the bad about it is that it takes up real estate in your grill. Like you lose cooking space. So this is the 470, it comes in a size bigger. But the good news is you have it integrated into your grilling station, which is cool. We get no interior lighting. We have this little handle light, which is on, but with our showroom lights, you can't really see it that well. But it essentially is motion activated. When I got about here, it fires on. You can see it doesn't do a ton for you for lighting up the grill. Kind of a cheesy feature in my opinion. If you're dropping over 2K on a grill, come on, we don't need a light handle. Just my opinion. We have lit up knobs and then good storage drawers here if you can order this on propane or natural gas. And then again, just a very simple, basic side burner. It does the job, gets really hot, but all in all, it's just okay in my opinion. So why, you know, they're like, Trevor, you're not excited about this grill. Why is it in your top 5? I mean, what's going on? Weber's a very solid brand. And they have great customer service. This grill comes with a 10-year warranty. It cooks very, very evenly, really nice even heat distribution. They usually make our top 5, but this is the highest point that Weber goes. And I think their sweet spot is more in the Genesis lineup, Genesis and Spirit lineup. I think that's where they do a better job at controlling the marketplace. I think in the $2,000 price range, it's just not their wheelhouse. Totally my opinion. I think if you're gonna jump up to $2,000, there's a lot better options out there for you besides this guy. This also cannot be built into an outdoor kitchen. So this is a cart model only. You can buy, they sell like some sort of like slide-in configuration, but it still has like a cart set up with it. So not the best option if you're thinking about an outdoor kitchen, but because of Weber's reputation and its even cooking, we went ahead and put it in the top 5 with that nice 10-year warranty on there as well. Should we move on to number 4? Let's go to number 4. Okay, this is the Blaze LTE Series. It is ranking in at number 4. One thing I have to mention, we'll get to number 3 and number 2 in a second, but 4, 3, 2, these grills right here, in my opinion, you are literally splitting hairs. These next 3 grills are so close in comparison. Performance-wise, price-wise, features-wise, they are neck and neck. And so it's really tough. I wouldn't be upset with you getting any of these models. Not mad at it. You know, they're all fantastic grills. But this is the Blaze LTE Series. What do we love about Blaze? Well, Blaze is a really solid company. Their customer service is exceptional. They do a great job. Solid 304 stainless grill. This is the 4-burner series. You can get it in a larger 5-burner as well if you wanted to. You do get exterior and interior lighting. We have the rear infrared burner. This is why it's not rated higher though. The rotisserie isn't standard. Are you kidding me? You're gonna make me buy a rotisserie kit? Come on, guys. Come on, Blaze. What are you doing? Give me a rotisserie. I'm in the $2,000 price bracket on a cart. Cheaper than that if you're doing built-in. Let's go ahead and give me a rotisserie. Just do it. You know you want to. Why are you giving me a rotisserie burner without a rotisserie kit? Now I have to buy something extra. Not happy. Warming rack. Their cooking grates are pretty unique. They're sort of this triangular shape. So supposedly the wider platform on the bottom retains heat, and then the pointy top gives you nice sear marks for searing, which is cool. Rock solid grill. I would say the Blaze LTE is our second best selling grills. We sell more Blaze LTEs than almost everything. Not quite everything, but almost. It is an absolute fan favorite. Now, story time. You guys know I love to tell stories. Why is it a fan favorite? Well, we're gonna let you in on a little industry secret here. Comes with these sear diverters. These are really heavy duty and nice, and it protects your burner here. And then we have this cast stainless high BTU burner, which is really nice. Let me just give you a little peek here. Really rock solid burner, well designed. This burner will look familiar to you because it's in several grill models, but rock solid. We also get our dividers here, which is gonna help with temperature control. And then people buy this grill because it's just made out of heavy duty, rock solid materials. It's very robust, heavy duty burners, and people are really into that. They're buying products that use expensive raw materials that are gonna hold up for the lifetime of the grill. This thing has a lifetime warranty. Now it's time for story time. Here's why it is the best, one of our best selling grills. People come in the store, people call on the internet, I need a Blaze grill, I need a Blaze grill, I need a Blaze grill. Why? Why did they do that? Where, besides our channel, where are you doing your research for grill shopping? Well, I know for a fact that 99% of you are reviewing these products and reading consumer reviews on barbecueguys.com. Great resource. But there's a reason that it's pushed so hard by Barbecue Guys. You guys ready? Should I tell them? Should I? Or should I just leave it a secret?
I say tell them.
Tell them? Blaze is owned by Barbecue Guys. I said it. They own Blaze. Now, that being said, I am in no way implying that Barbecue Guys is being disingenuous. In fact, this is a very highly rated grill. And they do a really good job with their consumer reports. And the people at Blaze are fantastic to work with. And they definitely, it feels like separated companies. But there's no way you can tell me with a straight face that there isn't a conflict of interest there. If you check out their videos, every single one they're cooking on Blaze products. Why? Because there's a mutual interest between the brands. So take it with a grain of salt. Sometimes you guys I know for a fact you over-research grills. You guys will call me and tell me like all these tiny little features and you're just over-researching it. You know, you're really splitting hairs. What I'm getting at is Blaze is a fantastic product. We sell a ton of them, and the reason I like it, besides the good quality heavy-duty construction, is the company itself. There's some value in that they're they share a mutual interest with barbecue guys is their customer support is really good. And obviously they are a very financially stable company. So Blaze is not going anywhere. In fact, I just see them exploding. And so they will be around for the long haul to help you with replacement parts. This grill isn't gonna disappear down the road, neither are replacement parts. That's why it's rock solid. That's why it's in the top 5. That's why it made number 4. Should I keep going?
Absolutely.
Okay. I feel like I'm breezing over Blaze. I felt like I did them dirty a little bit. I talked a little bad about them, but I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying, look for other resources besides barbecue guys for your online research, because Reddit is a good source. See what's out in the field. See what people are talking about that actually own this stuff. But I have had nothing but success with this product and excellent consumer feedback. So I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth, but it is a rock solid grill. So let's go on to number 3. This is the Coyote S Series. So you saw in my last review, the Coyote C Series made it into the grill space. And it's a rock solid grill. This really shares the same platform, and much like Blaze, solid 304 stainless steel. So that's what makes this grill attractive, is again, heavy duty raw materials. So if you're in saltwater air, ocean air, or you just are into really good quality, Coyote's awesome. So again, we have 4 main burners. This is the 36-inch. They also, like the Weber, give us a smoker box, but a little more smartly, it's not integrated into the grill. So you can just set this over the top of your burners if you want, when you choose to use this. But we get the rotisserie motor standard. Now that's pretty sweet. Again, solid, heavy duty, solid stainless steel cooking grates. Let's set these to the side. Let's show you some other features. Danielle's always interrupting my videos nonstop. It's like Zane's here or something. We get the ceramic briquettes standard. Now, I say it in every video, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this. Ceramic briquettes, love, hate. What's the love? The love is that they retain perfect heat. Like this grill will have no hot spots. The hate is that when grease builds up on these, it creates flare-ups. So they don't really have it set up to be reversible, but when you're done with your cook, what I would do is, after it cools down, or if you have like a welding glove or something, flip these around and then burn everything off. That way you have a clean surface. But it's just kind of annoying flipping these around. But they do provide superior performance as far as heat retention. Biggest thing with this Coyote is the infinity burner. So it's an even higher BTU than Blaze. Get in here. And these sort of H burners really retain heat really well, and they're a high BTU. And surprisingly, in our testing, I thought because they're such a high BTU that they would have hot spots. And in our previous video in the C Series that didn't, it actually performed really, really well. Was that a spider web? Dude, come on, man. Can't even get these grills ready for a video. I mean, this obviously has been sitting for a little bit. Why are we not cleaning up our spider web?
That's my fault, boss.
All right, well, let's take it out of your check, huh? Ooh. All right. Also, too, you can see we get a drop-in infrared burner. So we have a sear station. That comes standard too. So that's what I love about this grill is we get the best burners. These are probably the highest BTU burners in our top 5. Actually, I'm just gonna tell you, they are, period. But we get a sear station and a rotisserie kit and our ceramic briquettes and our smoker box. So we're getting a lot of stuff. There's a catch though, it's kind of expensive. So I shouldn't say it's expensive, it's not priced out of market. But it's just nice that everything all comes together. And again, you can do this in a built-in or a cart model. Forgot to mention exterior and interior lighting as well. Solid stainless steel, great grill. And so you're starting to see the difference. There is some differences between the units, but The actual construction of these grills starts to become very, very similar, these next three, because they have a very similar build in the way that they're built with their raw materials, which is important. Also, we forgot to mention, if you go with the cart model, you do get a pull-out tray if you're on propane. Of course, you're on natural gas, that's not an issue. And then we also go to soft close storage doors, or cabinet doors, I should say. So it's definitely a high quality product. It also has a holder for your rotisserie. So this sits on the back of the grill, which is nice because you don't want this, you don't want to throw your rotisserie spit rod somewhere and then you can't find it when you actually want to use it. It's nice, it's just all right there. All right, let's go to number 2. Okay, so this is the Bull Brahma Series Elite, the Elite Edition. So let's talk about that. If you want to know what the Elite model is, we'll tell you in our other videos, but it's very exclusive. You can't order it through a shopping cart. You have to call and order that over the phone, but it's their most premium product in their lineup. It's not that much more expensive, but we'll go over the features versus the regular one. So essentially, you have the Angus, the Brahma, and the Diablo, I think is what it is, which is the biggest. They're all the same grill, just different sizes. And then the stripped down models are the Lone Star and Outlaw, which again, we break down in a video if you want the full comparison. So you're gonna see some redundancy here, but again, what do we see here, Elijah? Solid stainless steel. You know it, you understand it. You're catching on. You are paying attention to the videos, aren't you? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. So construction would be really similar between these three. Like I said, you're kind of splitting hairs. Solid 304 stainless hood. Underneath the hood is no different. What's really cool though is they have, when you go to the Elite status, you get these hexagon shaped cooking grids. Now, if you don't do the Elite status, they're the same thickness, they're just circular. I really don't think one's better than the other. It's just kind of cool, I guess you could say. Now, they also give you a rotisserie burner and a rotisserie kit standard. Again, that's what I like about it. Interior, exterior lighting. If you don't do the Elite model, you get interior lighting only. You don't get your handles lit up, which some people are like, who cares? Like, all I care about is the inside of the grill being lit up. And you're not wrong. This is just more, you know, you have your neighbor over and he's gonna be like, whoa, dude, that's sweet. Without this, he's gonna be like, I'm not impressed. That's what he's gonna say, right? He's like, that's just a stupid grill. You put this on, he's like, now we're talking. No, he's not gonna care at all. They're not even gonna notice it. So whether it has the exterior lights or not, that's not the biggest deal. What's important is that we get good interior lighting because that helps you with your performance. Now they use these deflectors, which are very similar to Blaze. They don't use ceramic briquettes. But what's really interesting, and we're gonna talk about this at length here for a minute, and I talk about it in my other reviews, is see this here, it's labeled back and then the front here. So you can see our air slots are bigger in the front and then they gradually get smaller. Why is that?
Even cooking?
Even cooking. So in my last video, you probably saw towards the front of the grill, every single one of them, I don't care what grill it is, it's gonna be cooler in the front. So to combat that, Bull has done a couple small things, and this is one of them. These bigger air slots so the gas can get through closer toward the front. And probably the coolest thing is the burner here. So they give us this cut up burner. So these are welded into the burners, and that's just to help keep the gas away towards the back. Now, when that happens, when you keep the fuel away from the back of the grill, it just is gonna slow that process down and promote even cooking. So, for example, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like enclosed. So you would never know that these are in here. That's how I know for a fact, besides actually cooking on them, which we've done, that it works. Because you wouldn't put this in here, because if a customer came in, there's no explaining that. Like, it's not an easy visual aid to be like, oh yeah, it cooks more even. There's diverters in the burner. Really? Like where? Like, they're not gonna put those extra few bucks into the burners unless it actually makes a difference in performance. And then also, you can see it has near identical burners to Blaze. Near identical. The Blaze burner is a little narrower, and also, this is just a side note I'm thinking of right now off the top of my head. These bodies are the same, but the Blaze, or the Bull hood, this lip over the hood extends out further. Now that's important because these little hoods help protect your burner ports from clogging. So just again, slightly more attention to detail. And if someone's gonna find a tiny detail in a grill, it's gonna be me. I'm just gonna go out there and I'm gonna brag a little bit. I'm gonna find it. And I just found one in the middle of this video. So that's cool. I think it's cool. Anyways, so that's how man, there's just burners everywhere. Where all these burners come from? That's what Bull does to promote even cooking. Now that's important, and I talk about this a lot. We really overdo it in our research. The most important features are features that affect the way we cook, the way our food tastes, and how even it cooks. That feature directly affects how our food will taste or how we prepare our food. No brainer that that's important, hands down. Also, when you go to the elite status, you get the drop-in burner standard, similar to the Coyote. But again, if you go to the regular one, you can buy one of these and drop it in yourself and convert it. But when you do the elite, it comes with the grill. Also, the elite status gives us these chromed out, and this is chromed out. Again, that's just for your buddies. That doesn't matter to us. That's just for the neighborhood. What in the world? To see these cool features. Does it annoy you that I never put these back together and you just have to like figure out what parts go where?
I figure it out.
You figure it out?
Yeah.
You're pretty sharp though.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So this is the Bull series. And there's two reasons why I rate it higher than Blaze. It's near identical in price, and those little baby features to me make a big difference. And even on the non-elite model, like if you do the regular Angus, which is the best selling, just the standard Angus grill, you get the rotisserie standard, and it's almost the same. It's a tiny bit more than the Blaze, but you're giving me features that I don't have to buy extra. I like to know that up front. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think. But it just edged out to attention to detail. And the only reason I rated it higher than the Coyote, because the Coyote also cooks very, very evenly, is the Coyote is just a touch more expensive. And but I do think the burners are better in the Coyote. So there's a reason it's more expensive, but this to me sort of checks every box. It's reasonably priced. It comes with a ton of feature standard. There's obviously attention to detail in the burners themselves. Bull has been around a really long time, 25 years, and it's also lifetime warranted as well. So rock solid grill. Do you see though, hopefully this makes more sense. Do you see how these three grills like couldn't be more similar also? And that's why we do these top 5 videos, is there's so much product overlap because the grill market is so overly saturated. There's a dozen grills we don't touch on that also look just like these. These are just the ones we've selected out based off of the stability of the company and actually getting your warranty fulfilled long-term. That's why in their top 5. So I would have no problem with you buying any of the 3 of these. Because think about it. Don't just buy it because, oh, Trevor said Bull's number 2. People tell me that all the time. You rank this one number 1. Well, what do you like? You know, these are all upper echelon grills. You'll be happy with any of them. Some people have this preconceived notion that they just are partial to Blaze. They've done their research, they like the way it looks, they like the red lights or whatever the case may be. They just are drawn to it. Well, don't change just because I said this one's a little bit better unless you really like it better, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Don't just buy something because I tell you to. Do it because you like it. So if you like this one the best, buy it, even though it's ranked number 4. It's no problem. You're gonna love it, especially comparing it to these two because they're almost very, very similar. Should we get to number 1?
Let's do it.
Number 1. So this is the Napoleon Prestige Pro Series. There are so many reasons this is ranked number 1. We got to talk about them. This is the Pro lineup. So this is their most elite grill in the lineup. Comes in 3 sizes. We have the Pro 500, which is a smaller size, which is our best seller. The 665, which is this model. And then we have the 825, which is more of a, in my opinion, more of a substitute for an outdoor kitchen if you didn't want to do a full-blown outdoor kitchen. 665 is awesome though. We wanted to talk about it because it's just beautiful. It's a nice 40-inch grill. It has so many features. It's made up in Canada. This thing has a lifetime warranty, bumper to bumper. Let's talk about some of the features. So, cooking grates. So 9mm cooking grates with their wave rod technology. They also use these sort of sear diverters. And then the burners are in here. So let me show you, I have one taken out. Now these are not as high BTU, they're only 10,000 BTU, and they're obviously not as beefy as the other 3 grills, but these are also lifetime warranty. So, and they don't have a problem getting hot, but if you're into like really high BTU burners, the other ones might be better for you, but these perform admirably. There's nothing wrong with these at all. In fact, this is very heavy, I think, for the size burner it is. You can see too, we have interior, exterior lighting. Rotisserie kit is standard. Rear rotisserie burner is standard. We also, in the 665, get a smoker drawer integrated into the grill. And then we have a burner underneath the grill. So we can light the burner under this, catch our pellets or wood on fire. And then our knobs are multicolor. This is the only time where I think lit up knobs is cool because Napoleon just makes them look really pronounced. The other ones are just kind of little baby lights, but these are pretty sweet. Your friend is gonna be like, dude, that's what I'm talking about. That is awesome. It's cool. You can set it on a color or a multicolor. We also have the motion light. You can do this in an outdoor kitchen or as a cart model. Of course, we have soft close storage drawers with under cabinet lighting. Awesome bottle opener. Then we have a cutting board with an ice bucket right here. Again, this grill is a full, Napoleon calls it bumper to bumper. They say even the screws are warranted, lifetime warranty. Now, it is true that this grill is not solid 304 stainless steel all the way throughout. So the stainless steel that you see all in the front is all 304 stainless, but you know, we do have this aluminum siding and this chrome, so it's not all 304 stainless. So if you're into really, really heavy duty raw materials, look at the other 3. That being said, this is in no way chintzy or cheap. It's just the way they build them, and they build them awesome. My favorite feature with Napoleon grills is that their sear station is on the outside of the grill. So what this means is that we can sear without interrupting or taking up our grill space, and then this isn't gonna overheat our grilling area. And then we are able to use this as a traditional side burner or as a true sear station. So this thing is loaded up with features. It has one of the best warranties in the industry. It's made in Canada. It has awesome features. It looks awesome, and it's one of the most affordable. So you're getting more for your money, period. Now in the built-in, you don't get obviously the cool things on the side shelf, so you do lose a little bit. But hands down, this is the best grill for the money. Napoleon Prestige Series is our best-selling product, easily. This is the best grill for the money, period, Napoleon Prestige Series. But I'm not mad at any of these. I'd be happy if you guys bought any of these because they're all awesome. That's my top 5. I'm winding down quickly here. I gotta eat some food. I gotta gear up for another video. This is the top 5 premium videos. If you guys have any other questions, call or text our staff. If you're in the local Denver area, come to our showroom, check these grills out in person for yourself. Stay tuned for more videos. As always, subscribe. We'll see you when we do the top 5 luxury. I'm excited about that. Top 5 bad dogs, just stupid grills at that point. I'm excited.